Господин председатель, мы сожалеем, что созыв сегодняшнего...
Today's meeting of the General Assembly has been convened with many procedural violations. Failing to follow procedure can seriously disrupt the work of our organization. Mr. President, it's essential that we not weaken diplomatic efforts to find a swift political solution to the Syrian crisis. That is exactly Russia's policy. After his trip to Damascus on 7 February, the Minister for Foreign Affairs of Russia, Mr. Lavrov, described a perfectly realistic strategy for resolving the situation. First, the League of Arab States observer mission should continue its work. There should be more observers so that they can be in all the hotspots and so that they can investigate any violations of the ceasefire principles by whomever. An idea along the same lines was supported by the UN Secretary General, namely to deploy a joint League of Arab States UN monitoring mission. Second, efforts to stop the violence must be accompanied by engaging in political dialogue involving all Syrian forces, government and opposition. Farouk al-Shara, the Vice President of Syria, as was confirmed in Damascus, has every authority to enter into such a dialogue. For the dialogue to start, anyone with any influence to bear on opposition groups who have not yet agreed to dialogue should bring effective pressure to bear on them. A proposal along these lines was a proposal by Moscow that we should have representatives of the government and opposition groups without any preconditions meet to discuss the whole Syrian agenda. Third, adoption of a new constitution for the Syrian Arab Republic and preparation on the basis of that constitution of general elections on a multi-party basis. One new element is the League of Arab States decision of 12 February. We are studying it, regretting that the work of the observer mission had to halt, and we take note of that. As for the League of Arab States initiative to deploy in Syria a joint peacekeeping mission of the League of Arab States and UN, this requires careful consideration. It would require the consent of the receiving country, and of course if you have a peacekeeping mission you need peace to keep. In other words, first of all you have to agree on some kind of ceasefire. Unfortunately, the armed groups opposing the regime do not answer to anyone and are not controlled by anyone. Over the next few days, during our contacts with those that have put forward this initiative, we hope to clarify legal and practical possibilities in that area, and the Russian delegation stands ready to do that work. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Floor to the distinguished representative of France.